Normally you're supposed to do the opening. You welcome all Spartans and all, You can do it in your way, all men and women to the battlefield. You have to do the opening.
I'm welcoming the men and the women, or just the women?
No, both.
Both. All right. Okay. TNT, good morning. Welcome. We welcome all our men, our brave, our strong, our fabulous, our witty, our wonderful men to the battlefields, and to my ladies, my powerful, powerful warrior women who are out here doing what they need to do on a daily basis. Welcome. Ladies, are you ready to reign supreme as we usually do?
Oh, wow. Okay. It was the first one, so you allow it. Let's see.
You did not tell me I had to do it, man.
My apologies. But guys, today it's somewhat of a sensitive topic. For some, not all, just for some. We're talking mileage. Royd, stop. We're talking mileage.
So cars?
No, not cars. We're talking mileage. How important is mileage in a relationship? How important is mileage in a relationship, guys? And when we say mileage, the question is normally asked, what's your body count? Like a lot of people who suffer with insecurities, they like to ask, especially I hate when guys do it because it just drags the flight. How much man you had? I find you can't say that way. If you had to ask with your chest. You understand? But today, just for the conversation, every individual is equivalent to 1,000 miles. Every individual, listen to what I'm saying again, guys. Every individual is, so if you have in your lifetime been with 4 people, you are currently operating at 4,000 miles.
Okay.
All right?
Okay.
That is how we...
I don't understand why Roy is laughing,
That is how we are going to balance the scale today. So we are asking the question to you guys out there. How much miles do you have?
Okay.
You understand? Some people might be ashamed to answer. Some people... And it's okay if your mileage is low. That's fine. No need to feel ashamed that if you have low mileage, your car parks up home a lot. That's cool. You take public transport. That's fine. You don't really drive much. That's okay. And for those of you who...
Not go that taller, dog.
Yeah, but it
has some people... It better to drive your vehicle.
Has some people who miles a little high-ish. So we're here now to ask, what do you consider high-ish? Like, is there like a cutoff point? Like, is a deciding factor? Like, as a woman, I will want to know, you meet a guy for the first time and you ask the question, what is your miles? And he says his miles is upwards of 600,000-700,000. Is that
this car miles you're talking about?
No, this is body miles.
6 what?
Remember, every person equates to 1,000.
1,000, okay.
Yeah, every one person. So 10 people is 10,000 miles.
Right.
So once you cross 10,000 miles...
This is... Wow. People actually have these conversations.
You must. You must.
You see, I don't necessarily think sometimes these conversations are productive,
Productive?
I don't know if...
So you just want to be audio and you can't man.
It's not that. I feel like, of course, you do things to safeguard yourself. Absolutely. But I don't necessarily know
if revealing your mileage is going to add
any
value at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I want to know if you're being safe. You've been safe. I want to know
if you're putting your seatbelt when you
when
you
yes.
are actually,
do you have airbags
Mm-hmm.
and whatnot?
Right.
I would like to know things like if you probably were in an abusive relationship or something of that nature.
If your chassis bent,
yeah.
right? Right. Your chassis has ever been bent before. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, you went and you fixed it back. Yeah. So you're talking about trauma and these kind of things.
It's how he's translating what I'm saying. I love it. Mm-hmm. But I don't necessarily know if I want. Like, I am not a girl who's asked people how much miles they have.
Right.
Because me and one nobody asked me.
Oh damn! That is what it is.
Okay.
I just feel it's like it's not a productive conversation.
Ross, he just want enough miles to go Miami and come back. He ain't asking for much.
Yeah.
He just want miles to go Miami and back. You understand?
I mean, having experience on the road is important in a relationship.
Of course, I think experience is important.
If you have never left the showroom whatsoever,
that's not good.
You know, you're getting into a relationship with somebody who been driving up and down the
They roll
east-west
on, roll
corridor.
off, yeah.
You know? I mean, the conversation to me is not like top 3, but it must come up at some point in time.
have to.
You know? And it will show. It will show in the relationship. Even if you don't have it verbally, it will show like, you've been in the showroom a little too long.
Back up.
Yeah.
A man is saying here this conversation is touching his soul. Wow, that's pretty deep, my guy.
Soul.
He said it's touch Jaiga. This conversation is touching my soul. We'll get to you, my guy. What I am saying is,
It has some girls who, sure Jaiga may have encountered them as well, who like to, drive on the shoulder occasionally, break red lights.
They just press.
They just break red light and thing. They don't care. They're just all over the place.
there are points.
It's all over. Yeah,
They have points,
there are points
on their
there are
permit.
points, there are points, there are
I've
points.
met a couple of women with points on their permit. All I'm saying is I've also met people who try to go to the bamboo and roll back their miles, but that's a whole next thing.
That's a whole next thing. Yeah, they try.
Oh,
try.
cool! Hey! I've also met those who try to roll back, but my philosophy is when entering in a new relationship and have to speak on miles, you need to first focus on the now. Be present in the relationship.
Yeah.
Be present. Let your significant other in that space know that it doesn't matter where you have driven before.
Yeah.
Understand we are both now driving together. It's important to understand that we're now driving together, because when you start to talk about roads you've traveled, it could get a little touchy.
Which is what I'm saying, but it's not necessarily the most productive conversation.
No, it's very productive because you don't know. Along that way, next thing you know, you were driving on the road and you were driving on the road with a gunman. I need to know. I need to know. I need to know.
So,
Gunman in your hole. Gunman in your hole.
I
That
need
is-
to know. That's important.
you need name, license, and registration of all.
Of course, of all previous vehicles. Next thing you know, you never get back a certified copy. You don't have some people that sell car and don't do the transfer.
Yes.
Next thing you know, you in transfer thing, and that day we sleeping again because police outside the place because
The conversation is important.
police outside because we have a report of a stolen vehicle. A car was involved in a robbery, and it's your thing because you never transferred it. No, we need to have that conversation.
I think absolutely let's be open and honest, but do we really need to completely divulge?
Well, it's a touchy car you go hide. We all know.
Because we shame.
Yeah, it has certain vehicles. A lot of us don't say, wait, now that thing's you that was your no. I never owned that. Yeah, it has certain vehicles you will try to hide, but I think it's just prudent that you come front and you face it and you have that hard and difficult conversation of these are my miles.
So what is an acceptable figure for you?
I can't speak on an acceptable figure. For me, like if I meet someone,
Yes.
I'm really not interested in. No, I'm not saying interested. That's the wrong word. Give me some time. Let me circle back to answer because I want to think about what I want to say because I just don't want to open. I want to listen to you actively.
Oh, you want to listen? Oh,
Yeah.
Emotional intelligence and whatnot.
Yeah.
I don't-
You want to listen?
I don't want to just answer for answering
listen.
sake. All right. So let's just touch base with these beautiful Ojo people here to see what's happening. Let me hear what's happening here. Let me start here.
Ojo, good day to the whole panel. Welcome to the new Mars versus Venus Queen. I'm very excited to be that. I don't know if I'm late or not, but okay, mileage is one thing. I am never going to ask the woman I'm with what is her mileage ever, because I don't want to know that. Don't ask stuff you don't want to know the answer to. You know what I mean? But my mileage are kind of way, compromisable right now because I think I'm at the end of my tour. The people started calling me with the extended warranty. That's what my mileage looking like. But you know what? We're not taking away, starting a new, fresh, everything. So mileage don't matter to me because I don't even want to know.
All right, my
Anyway,
guy.
Ojo.
All right, my guy. Okay, that was honest. That was
Yes,
an
my
honest
brother.
answer.
Yes, my brother.
That's what we're talking about. This show is about honesty. You dig? Jaiga, this question is touching my soul. I am 41 years old, retired army. Retired from the army. Now a therapist. I traveled to 19 countries in my life and single. I stopped counting at the age of 34. Now that I'm ready to have What? Now I'm ready to have 2 children, mother. What do I say? You looking for 2? Daddy, what
Not
you
one,
looking
but
to
2.
do with your life?
Nah, man.
This is the same guy who told me he's looking to rent a uterus when he come to Trinidad. He's looking
Bro,
for 2 children.
bro.
And he want to. Why not be the same person though?
Bro,
Why you want to put yourself in problems because you get a little...
You think it's fun?
No, you want to him.
You think that's fun?
No, remember the government give them money in the pandemic.
It has to be something
Them
like
army
that.
vets and them get money. Remember them get money, so he must get a loose change. So he feel well he could just chuck and... No, brother, I do work so, eh? So... Alright, hold on, morning. This is supposed to be your job, right? Let me give you the responsibilities.
Yeah.
one time.
Wow.
Let me pass
So
it for the
they're
man.
handing me the phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me...
Show some the ladies with the Kia Cerato body and the B14 engine. Eh?
What does that mean?
Yeah.
No,
What you mean, what it means? You look good. You look good on the outside.
But you roll
but
on,
on
roll
the
off.
inside, your engine ain't good, eh? Your engine ain't good at all.
I would not say
good.
any...
You're always washing down and your windows always clean. You're using chamois and thing, but on the inside you're pretty ugly. You need to change the oil.
Wow.
Your transmission needs changing. Yeah.
Wow.
Speaking from experience?
A bit.
Good morning, Beverly. She says, morning, guys, and welcome, Miss Jackson. Thank you so much. Just sending birthday greetings to my son, Nkosi, who turns 23 years old today. Happy birthday, Nkosi. And yes, he always gets 2 gifts, as it should be, from his mom, dad, and sister. Happy birthday, Nkosi. Hope you have a fantastic one. Who else? Who is this? 65? Okay.
Not everybody will have names, yeah.
Okay.
You have to get familiar with the device.
He says, you know what? I feel in the shade just because I'm an Android girl. Right. My timing belt need changing. Plenty miles on this engine.
You see? No, it is important to stop at times, because there are people running on the highway and when you stop to take a little oil change, to get a little underwash, you just, as you hear about jam, you just running since. You ain't stopped yet, boy? You take a little pops me yourself, boy? Huh? You just running? Nah, you need to stop by the shop, boy.
Your tires are to change.
Yes,
to,
boy. Cool. Take some time to clear.
Morning, Jaiga. This is coming from Giselle, who says you are trappy bad.
Damn.
Trappy bad.
Damn. Who's this?
That's from Giselle.
Giselle.
Okay, let me see what Marlene
You need
is
to
saying.
elaborate on that, now, Giselle. What do you mean trap? What do you mean by that? You can't just drop that right there. What do you mean Jaiga is a trap?
All right.
Trappy.
Let me see.
Good morning, Ojo World. It's Christmas Eve. How are you guys doing? Welcome, the young lady on the panel. Good morning. How are you? I am one of Jaiga's best friends. So, yes, I just wanted to know Jaiga is not of what everybody is saying anymore. He has turned a new leaf. He has a new book out. I don't know if you know that, but if you read his book, you will know that he is no longer of that caliber.
Thank you,
All right,
Marlene.
Marlene.
My
Thank
girl.
you for the vote of confidence.
She makes an amazing bacon saltfish, though.
Okay.
Yeah, she's one of the PRs. She's one of my publicists here. Yeah. She's amazing.
Good morning, Lyle.
Good morning to the award-winning breakfast party. Welcome, Miss Jackson,
Good morning.
Rody, Jaiga, and Rostel. Kissimmee, Florida.
Rostel, aye. They gave me the name Rostel for the pastels.
Rostel.
Rostel's coming next year.
Southie has voice notes, guys, on this
play
topic.
It. Sorry to say, excuse Miss Jackson, and another thing too. This crew have a record for being late. Please, you now start. Don't come with that late thing, please. Yeah.
Wow.
Wait,
Wow.
hold on.
Jaiga, and we then have a record for coming late and air coming at time. Please don't pick up that record and you now start. Keep it on a straight line till about December this year around this time. Anytime you have to be away from the station. It's an important part of the station to worry them to don't get the sickness.
Thank you very much, Southie. Noted. You know, Sando people always reach everywhere early, so we safe.
Really?
It's true. Because we started to leave earlier.
Alright, I get updated now. I up on top of things. Abio, good morning. Welcome, honey. Welcome, darling. I don't know if you know what you sign up for, You see, when things get back to what they call normal, I can tell you this one thing that's going to happen to you up inside of the. All them man and them they come in to sing and sing the song and sing. Is all when thing don't start to whine on you like you don't care.
Wow.
I hope you're ready for jamming Marshall jamming you on the ground. This one, girl, long lady. Forgive me for saying girl. Young lady. I hope you know what you sign up for, But they say it's a strong one, so brace.
All right, my guy.
Call Nikki and Dr. Nikki, Let Nikki get it. Be real. It would be looking good, eh? Well, that looking good, real. Roy and Rudy is the only two respectable one in that room.
Wow,
brace yourself.
Kevin. Way, boy. That's my brother, you
That
know.
was your friend. That
That's
is your
my
friend.
my little brother. You
Thank you,
wicked.
Kevin. I will consider myself warned, and I will call Nikki for all of the updates and advice. Fireman.
Morning. Abby, welcome to the team. Jaiga, Rudy, Ro, Nikki, wherever you stand. I don't want to know your mileage, you know, because it has some of them out here that have flyer miles. They ain't have driving miles, it's flying miles. That all who went Abu Dhabi, all who went Nigeria. Nah, I don't want to know. But if the question come up, my answer is always two. Always two. My grandfather teach me that.
2,000
Your
miles
answer is
alone?
always two. You had two X's. That is all.
Okay. 2,000 miles you running with.
2000. But do you all think that like there's a stigma? Well, not that we think. We know that there's a stigma attached to mileage.
Yeah, definitely.
And
That's why nobody likes to have the
Right?
conversation.
And the stigma is different from men as opposed to women.
And that's why women is always lie. Women will always lie. That's why it don't make no sense asking them thing. Women will always lie about their mileage. What J. Cole say in his song? Anytime she said 3, you had to multiply that. You had to multiply it.
All right, let me see. Who is this? 249.
Hey, breakfast party, morning. Hey, Miss Jackson. Welcome to the greatest show.
Thank you.
I will say according to the series of the vehicle, you are allowed a certain mileage. But anytime you know your series was recent and your mileage looking high, that is a big question mark. But I would say you're allowed a certain amount. Right, but please, not too much. Check how much time that brakes pad change.
Damn, bro.
All right, let me just translate what he's trying to say. He said if you're a new series, meaning he's talking age now.
Yes.
You can't we shouldn't judge because this is not a show. There's no judgment over here. But we're just saying if you are between the age of 24 to 30,
Right.
and you're carrying anywhere upwards of 45, 50,000 miles.
And this is for both men and women. He's stomach. Aha.
40. No, he's speaking about women. Good.
If I'm being honest, I am speaking about
Yeah.
it. Because men, you have to remember, we are now trying to save men from the dangerous things that they were taught early on in life. It's not our fault. It's not our fault that Kunta while running through the cotton field, stumbled upon too many women along the way before he got back to the house. It was his fault. And we sticking with that story. He stumbled along the way while you know how it is to pick cotton hold there, and then while you walk into you get thirsty, you see how she name with a little cup of water, you take a water, you give a jam. It will be all that before you
that's
reach back
not
to
really
the
the way that happened, but we'll go with that.
right? You go with that. Because, right?
It's not really how it happened, but okay.
That's what he's trying to say. Age now factors in. Between the age of 24 to 30 to carry 50 miles.
50 miles.
50,000 miles.
50,000 miles.
50,000 miles is a little rough. Because when a given time, because we,
Between 24 to 30, boy.
yeah, that's 50 bodies.
But that's your prime time.
Yeah, but understand
That's
this
prime
though.
time to jam.
True. And it should be the same for men as well. Because at the end of the day, as a young man at 24, you should at least give yourself a 3-year period to see one person. You should at least carry 1,000 miles for 3 years. In all fairness, let's be fair.
1,000 miles for 3
For 3
years.
years, because you're young.
That's fair.
That's fair. Then she's gonna horn you, and after that,
Right. Mileage gone.
yeah, after that they can take it up.
Gone.
Because for sure, she is going
Yeah, she
to.
will go to it.
Yeah, she would. She would.
Okay, so let's get back to the voice notes. I see Carrie in the mix. Hold on.
Good morning, you have ordering breakfast party. At my age, my mileage is my damn business, not yours.
Hey, you.
My
After
gosh.
2 failed marriages, and the serviceman didn't work out,
Yeah.
whatever I choose to do, that's my business. If you choose to come with me, you have to accept whatever coming after that.
All right. Cool. Let me just give you a backstory with her. She said proudly there's 2 failed marriages. She tried to get a serviceman, I think, the other day, and it didn't work out. She called him many mornings and complained he was not servicing at all.
Yeah, at all.
She don't understand how he's a serviceman. So a lot of men were trying to get her number.
Right.
That's
right.
scary.
Like Carrie.
That's
That's
scary.
Notorious
Notorious
Carrie.
Carrie.
She called here many a mornings.
Yeah.
I'll be complaining that the serviceman is not servicing.
Carrie, wonderful to meet you. Wonderful to meet you, girl. Yeah.
We all know mileage go. If we're talking mileage, we all know what that topic is. Everybody does just lie again.
Yeah.
All right. I want to know your route. You see, if you use a frequent library,
Your route.
I good. I want proper inspection earlier. If that vehicle used to be up and down the south chunk, I good, brother. I good. You keep your thing, miss. You keep your thing, miss. I'm not buying that. And next thing I want inspection for, because I want inspection next thing, I run in already by vehicle next thing, the VIN number file off. Then Kim was here. How you tell me Kim George was there? That don't make no sense. So I want to know. I need to know. I need to know. I know you're going and lie. I'm willing to accept whatever lie you tell. But the inspection is proper. I want an inspection. Let me get an inspection. That Carfax report is very important. I want the Carfax.
Wow.
I
didn't think about it.
Kim's family, I not buy no car. I don't want no car.
I never thought of it that way.
I think that's what I said. I want to know if you're being safe, aka the inspection is important.
Mm-hmm.
We should make a date out of that. Let's go get inspected together.
I'm all for inspection.
Yeah.
But you see when you talk about certain routes, if you're on the south chunk up and down, you see sometimes you have to also leave room for maturity, leave room for growth and mistakes. You understand? You have to understand that at the time, I didn't know she was like that. Because you ever meet someone already and when you say, so you was a she? You really pay yourself a she? You ever hear that? You ever hear that story? You ever hear that? You really pay yourself a she? Why do women say things like that? And I thought women were for women.
Yeah.
And women for women.
What I will say is that there is a lot of internalized stereotype and misogyny that happens, and sometimes women get caught up and lost in the sauce too. You know what I mean?
But have you personally ever got to the point where you said things like so derogatory as you was it she in that tone?
I mean, no. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Okay?
Wow.
Sometimes you say awful things in anger. It just.
I think women are a little more vocal though.
Yeah.
You know about if they probably know that young lady is she has a couple of mileage or whatever the case is. They're more outspoken when it comes to those things. We as men.
Now because you see we
not bothered on
how it is going in manhood is that you can't say them kind of thing because you look
but
look a type of way like I'm not supposed to like men who carry. You know, news carrying men. Now we know we have them listed a certain way already. See the ones who just had to go and go, girl, you with he? Girl, Them in, I really want to tell you nothing, but if that way you are for yourself, you see them kind of man. You see them types who love to call and say, well, I don't want to really say nothing, but if that is what you feel.
I mean, if you love it, if you like it, I love it.
Yeah.
If you like it, I love it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you also have the men, and this is why the conversation could be sticky sometimes too, because there are some men who get, when they realize that your mileage intersects with their circles, they get, they start to feel a how, and the dynamic of the relationship changes, etc. So to avoid that,
I think that was heated for a very long time. Yeah, that's why I was heated for a very, very long time. And I was very petty too growing up too. I will say I was very, very petty.
1, 2, 3 says stop lying, Abby. I don't know what I'm lying about, but okay. Let me see what Lily said.
All right, let me be real for 2 seconds, right? Now, a man is going to lie about the answer to that question if his number is low or he doesn't even have a number in the first place. A woman is going to bend the truth on that question if her number, she feels, might bring judgment upon her if it is what he considers to be high. Because women don't lie. Just let's get that out the way one time. Women don't lie. The other thing is, make sure that you're able to handle the answer. Because if you are going to ask a question as a man, a woman should be able to ask you and get an honest answer. How much inches you're packing? And if you're not speaking in inches, but you're speaking in centimeters, let's not bother to speak at all.
Yikes.
Even though I hate Lily, especially on a Friday. I don't like her.
Prime from Tobago, Jaiga, says that you is a real dog. Yeah.
Well,
he says a dog. Who else? Who is this?
Kerry morning, you're going in the wrong garage, darling.
Wow.
You gotta come up on the east.
Yeah.
Best garage up on the
Talk
east.
to she, doggy. Talk to
Yeah,
she.
me again, yeah, morning. Sometimes when you have plenty mileage, there's plenty experience. So you know that car well properly tuned, so you don't have headaches down the road. So I don't really care about your mileage. I care about the experience.
All right.
Listra. All right.
President, good morning to the breakfast party team. How you guys doing? Much love. Happy Friday to everyone. Rudy, when you mentioned that Charlie boy, I bring back memories. My first ever perfume someone gave to me. I'm like, what? Up to today, you still seeing Charlie selling in the blue bottle. Now they have blue, red, white, and some other color. Boss, have a good day, guys.
Yeah,
Locked in.
You buy that for you on Charlotte shit. Yeah.
Marlon. Yes, let us see what Marlon has to say here.
The chassis went up. The crankshaft rev out. How you operating? Manual or automatic? Let me know.
All right, guys, time for this. All right, guys, if you're now tuning in, you're super duper late. This is the breakfast party, and we welcome Miss Jackson in today. Her first stint and the baptism by fire, jumped into the Mars vs. Venus one time. But let me break her heart immediately. This is only going to be this one. All right? We're going to resume as per normal next year. You know what we do? We normally break this time of the year. We end and we come back after the Ash Wednesday. All right? But we had to make sure that she come and get a little dose so that you all will have something to hold on to. You think as we move into 2022 and as I employ everyone, mostly my beautiful women, 2022 is about the new. Forget about him. He's been a weight. He's been an anchor in your life for the whole of the pandemic. And as I said yesterday, your mother doing dialysis, not once has he even offered to help your mom. Right now, you and your mother running up and down. You're looking for a crater egg 2 days now because all them depot and them busy. He can't just stop and get you a crater egg. He's a waste of time. But asking you if you're making fruitcake, run him, please.
Yeah, run him.
Do not allow him in your premises this Christmas. And come 2022, wash yourself off of that heavy energy.
Rebuke that.
You understand? We're not accepting. And it goes to men as well. I know people talk about these things and man ain't good man. There are some women that need to be out your life too, my guy.
She heavy.
Trust me, you realize every Christmas you can't see her way. It's her fault.
She heavy.
Get her out your life.
Get comfortable with self.
Out. Yes.
Family
oil
leaking. Oil leaking.
Get her out your life. It's okay for a man to say he had enough too, don't feel because that is you not. I fed up telling you your vulnerability is your superpower. It is okay to tell a woman you are not good for me. Your energy is off. I cannot see my way. Every time I'm with you, every time you're in my space, things does not go right. You understand? Every time I carry by my grandmother, that is when she blood pressure just go up and all of us, my granny, good whole year. As soon as we go to drop a little something for my grandmother, it's hospital. It's you.
That's proper communication, eh? Because as men, that's a good point. As men, we tend to just bottle them feelings like, you know, a woman terrorizing you, and you're just like, yo, let's be a man and suck it up because anybody you talk to, go in and let no damn wrong to you. You let shit thing and thing, boy, suck it up. No, communicate. Let her know, listen, you're bringing hell to my life.
I'm glad that y'all are in this place to be able to say these things, because there's so many men who aren't able to vocalize these things and talk about the fact that I'm not comfortable in a space and I should remove myself.
Correct.
You know, and it goes both ways. But while we were off, we were talking about something I saw on the good old socials yesterday, because we were talking about, you know, the mileage and, you know, the fact that some of the reasons as to why men's mileage is higher than women. There are tons of female pedophiles who live unexposed because young boys are taught that having sex is an achievement. Yes. And on the flip side, of course, we know society also tells women that, you know, your virtue is the gift. You know, the gift.
My grandmother told me that from early. The promise of it is greater than it itself. Right? But I also, you know, it's no secret. I tell the story all the time. I too was molested, and it took me a while, and in therapy figured out that for a long period in my life, I felt as though once you're in a space with a woman, you have to have sex. Once you're in the space, that's just how it's supposed to be, because I grew up believing from 13 that from the time I get so boobs is there, jam.
One time.
Once you show me, jam. But it's okay for a guy to say no. It's okay for you to be like, nah, I cool. let's not do this now.
Yeah.
It's not going to make you less than a man. I felt as though back in the early days, you thought that you couldn't say that because what your partners will say.
Yeah.
Like I was giving them a story just now. I remember having a situation where, it's as youth men, I talking about this is the age between 18 and 21 when you one little brethren have a car, so everybody's pull up and go out and go party. There was a little group of girls who in the scene.
Yeah.
They would have a one brand in the brethren who he and the girlfriend is really thing up.
Yeah.
But she had 3 friends.
Yeah,
So it's
she
you
had
and
3 friends, yeah.
But it so happened that because you came late to the line, you end up with a friend that is very boring. So you had to just be in the space with this girl, tall, curly hair, and very boring. And you feel as though you just have to
Yeah,
do
you
it
have to jump.
because you want to be
Because-
part of the crew.
Right.
And for many years, I suffered that fate where it's hard to say now that I just had to because I want to be part of the crew.
No, this is important
You
conversation.
understand? I want to
This
be
is
part of the
important.
crew. Looking back on it now, I didn't have to. So
Yeah.
that could have kept the mileage down. And then too, you have to bring into the space, and let's not be naive. The line of work that we chose as youth men was a line of work that came with things. And if you're not mature enough how to balance those things, you could get carried away. And me and many of my peers got carried away because you were offered things, you were in positions to see things which at 23, the things I was seeing, I shouldn't have been seeing, in all honesty.
Right.
And at the level and at the pace and speed, remember, I was touring from early. At 19, I was done traveling. And you're talking about you going around from the time you're rolling with a certain crew. I want to talk down nobody name now, but there's certain men that I used to be around older than me who were living a particular lifestyle and it was deemed normal. Because in these lifestyle of entertainment, it comes, they say sex, drugs, alcohol, that's just how it flows. And it was just there. Thank God that I was self-aware enough at the time, didn't know that I protected myself so I didn't end up dead from some kind of virus or sickness, and I'm very healthy and clean. So that's why I could always say, as Abby say, we could go and do the tests and the checks and whatever. That's great. But if I'm being honest, the miles is really deplorable on my end. It's deplorable.
Right.
Wow.
It's very, very deplorable.
Wow.
So accepting that as someone, so you have to now respect the people that enter your life on that kind of level, because you have to then have that sensitive conversation of, hey, listen, yeah. the
These are my miles and this is why.
Yeah, I went on
Miles
plenty
up. Day boy, dog boy.
plenty boat cruise, rail trips. The miles heavy.
Yes.
Heavy. You think?
So you jumped in the water a lot and took a bathe.
Dan, stop now, Joel. Could you please stop, Rudy? Ro talk to Ina. Could you stop? I don't need you in the morning, but I need you now.
You know, there's also this taboo that when the same thing I talk about, you have a group of people and it have a young lady there, and you're just cool and normal, but everybody else jamming, and then she realized that you're not really on her like that. And then she started telling everybody, it's Ebola, man.
Wow.
It have that day as well, too, now, boy.
That's a serious thing.
Yeah.
That's very serious.
Yep.
And it goes back
Yeah.
again to all of the things that we stigmatize, all the ways we condition our children, boys and girls.
Correct.
So,
Correct.
Oh,
And
he's Ebola.
hello. Right. Right.
No. We making joke, but it's not funny though. It's not funny.
Yeah.
That's a
And
real
when you're
thing.
not, and yeah, again, if you're not self-aware enough to understand the agenda, the assignment in that moment, I have experienced that. Listen, I remember for me, because as Abby said, we were taught to believe that is an accomplishment. When you get it, it's a prize, right? So
Yeah,
it's a champion.
yeah.
And there's a period of my life, it was also a thing when you got to a certain level in terms of, how do you put it, boy? Success, if you want to call it that, in Trinidad. I remember one time it was by Asia. This is a real life story. A big moment in my
I
life.
feel like something, but anyway.
Right? And we are sitting in the tray of the van, myself and Charles. Right? Lyman. So some fellas pull up in a Tida. You know the stereotype. 4-plat, diamond socks. The look. We were expecting to hear what we normally hear from men like that when they pass and see us. But we have heard that many a times. They pass in front of the station many a times. Rock can tell you this pass here on loudspeakers. All your big setup! Yeah. So you got accustomed.
Wow, you are really comfortable. We comfortable, huh?
Right.
How are we?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
It's a new experience for me.
Friday.
So on that particular evening, the guys and then pull up, and you know you don't brace yourself to hear the nonsense already. See this thing, and only oh yeah, my brothers, all the thing real hard. That was a real beautiful experience for me in that moment because you kind of change the tone of the conversation. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to be very, very. You have to understand when you're on platforms like these how to have the conversation. We need to let young boys know that it's cool, bro. It's cool not to be part of something that you're uncomfortable with. So you have to understand what you feel for and what you want. So we talk mileage today to only make sure that it's comfortable and it's okay to speak on your mileage. And I say it for both men and women because if you could have that comfortable conversation with your partner, trust and believe everything else is just going to run smooth. You're not going to feel no type of way. And if your person could accept you for whatever you have been through, because you have to remember that house, you don't live in that house no more. You have a new residence. So if somebody is visiting that house, they're not in an empty place. So you have a new person moving forward. You're all in your space and in your thing and you're doing your thing and it's all cool. You think?
He's still a bulla.
I just
I want to get you off of this. I can't take you no more. I'm fed up of you. I'm fed up of you. All right, guys, we're getting to that moment where we have to pull the curtains down.
For Roddy's benefits.
Because if we stay here any longer, it will have no show.
I feel like Roddy's working through some sort of trauma right about now.
Exactly.
He is working through some kind of trauma.
And because Roddy gets that plenty.
Of course, with the characters and whatnot, right?
I actually don't. I probably
maybe not to your face.
Am I correct? Yeah.
Because they know what people call my phone many times. Oh, Jaiga,
facts.
big man thing. Rudy, all right?
Yeah. But I tell you, I went events already.
I get enough time.
I went events already dressed like Flicky, right? And you know, it's our kids in the event and thing walking through with your big eyebrows. Oh, look at them, all the confidence is everything. You understand? Believe in yourself, thing. Positive message, eh? And it's our father sit down there. Bring this little bulla, man.
Wow.
Yeah, you just get them things still. I'm telling you.
We have so much unpicking and unpacking of problematic stereotypes to do, you know.
We have
real work to do.
But again, it can't happen unless you're not. It could only happen if you're willing to have the conversation.
Exactly.
You understand? And have the conversation in a space that is comfortable because as much as Roddy little one-liners might deem offensive to some, it's actually not because it's a conversation that needs to happen and it's what really goes on the everyday thing. People really act like that and we need to tell them.
We need to talk about the fact why we think that is an insult in the first place.
Exactly.
Why you think that's an insult?
Exactly.
Why?
You understand? Come on. Doesn't make any kind of sense. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, we are here. This is what you're going to be hearing from this day moving forward. This is what we say the breakfast party. We started with the morning magic and we continued. Any closing voice notes for us to?
Closing voice notes. Let me see. Let me see. Marcus say, I'll be walking the room with two damaged men.
Wow, you see now? You see how these damaged men, how?
Let me see.
Morning breakfast party. Yeah, Jaiga boy, I agree with you. I think that's so disrespectful to ask a woman that. How does one just ask somebody that though? That's a conversation you have later down in a relationship. Because me, you know how much miles I have, yes? But for me, I would like a woman to have between 10 to 15,000 miles for me. Because oh gosh, come on, sometimes you tend to fall in love sometimes on the way to the wee road. You understand?
True. And again, what he's talking about is the benefits, I guess. The benefits of having someone with a lot of miles. Okay. The benefits with miles will bring experience. And for people who understand where women are concerned, a woman in her sexual prime is anyway upwards of 37 heading towards 50. So they are really in that moment.
But for me, when you say experience, I'm not just thinking about the physicality of it, the experience in terms of the growth stuff that will happen. Of course. Let's see what Quincy from Oxford is saying.
Good morning, Ojo family. Women are never honest about their mileage, so you have to find another way of validating her value in the market. You need to establish if she inviting you over to play trio or if she's inviting you over to play golf. Think about it.
Oh wow, that's pretty deep, Quincy.
Damn, bro.
That's pretty deep.
All right.
That's pretty deep.
One more, we
Yeah,
good?
we can do one more.
One
we can do one more.
Let me see.
It's Friday, and
Friday.
it's there's your baptism. So
Ojo, good morning. Rudy, Jaiga, Miss Jackson, good morning.
Morning.
Virgin Islands checking in.
Oh, Virgin Islands in the house.
Nice.
Yeah, we still love on top of love. So guys, we're gonna catch you all on Monday. No, Tuesday. The full team is going to be back out because it's the holiday season. So for those of you out there who do celebrate, we say Merry Christmas to you and
Yeah,
yours.
man.
All the God's blessings on this holiday season. Stay safe. Continue doing the right thing, my guys and women. Do not get caught up in the lie. She's only going hey because she wants something from you as well. So don't feel she ain't talked to you since February of last year. But today, you're getting a hey, how you
compliment
doing?
to the season.
That's because she's looking for something from you as well. She's searching for it. And then she's going to tell you, the conversation goes, boy, my phone ain't working good at all, you know. How come? By the screen crack and I ain't seeing nothing. What kind of phone you have? I will have an iPhone, but of course, boy, but them phone prices, whew, and I really need to get a phone for, Go I courts, eh? Take that out. I don't want to hear you. Right now, it's good. Yeah, we too big for that. Don't come around here after. All of a sudden, your phone ain't good. You in here and why saying, well, we are calling me for your phone ain't good. We are calling me for. We too big for that. Don't do me that. Don't do me that. I ain't taking that.
She was just testing to see if the phone was working in that
I'm
moment.
not
That's
taking
all.
that, Abby.
She's just
Why you
testing.
talk to your friend and them about that kind of behavior? Then you just stop doing that. Just stop doing that.
Me? No. I don't
Well,
have them kind of friend.
Happy Christmas Eve. I hope you get to spend lots of time with your family and friends. And remember, it's about family, it's also about giving back to nobody. So if you know you have a neighbor or somebody who not
Less
seeing
fortunate.
Christmas like how you seeing it,
It's all good.
you know, bless them up.
Like shouts
Bless
to
them
Roy.
up.
Roy is doing an amazing thing today. And Abby too. Abby, Miss Jackson, and her mom. That's
Nice,
brilliant
man.
idea. I just, cause to me, I'm sorry for bringing to make it sound like if you're an elitist or anything, but I have never experienced that. In
You've
my
never
life.
experienced that?
I don't know. It's just a package things like that, a quantity and just give to people. I don't know. I've never been able to afford
Well,
it.
that's
so.
how we do things in South.
Yeah.
That's
So,
how we roll in South.
Congratulations to you and your mother. And Roslyn, Mommy Roslyn, all God's blessings to you this Christmas season.
Yeah,
you have
man.
your daughter. She's in good hands.
Yes.
We love you.
Mommy, they want pastel. That's it, long and
We
short of
love
saying they
ya.
want
So
pastel.
all
Okay?
the people in the
We
arts
really love you.
who came to the dark side, because you know that's how it was worded. Are you going to the dark side? You going up there with him?
All of you in black right now.
I got the messages.
No, you're going up there with he?
Yeah, with he. I know, and I know Nikki has some friend 2 days ago. Jaiga, you going to with Jaiga? I could take Jaiga now and again. That's what they said. Okay. I just take Jaiga now and again. Are you going up there with Jaiga? Girl?
Girl, you sure?
Yeah, you sure? Yeah, well, guys, she's here. And she survived, and it's going to be an amazing journey.
Yes,
So once
boy.
again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is the Breakfast Party,
Get
the
up.
greatest all-inclusive of all time, the #1 anywhere on the globe. We out.
Bang, bang.
Have a good one.
Have a nice one.
Lily is downstairs.